So you're getting pictures of all this.
Hey everyone, my name is grandkids. I'm the eldest grandson of Larry and Jim, who I like to call Pa and Ma. Next to me is my sister Carissa and our brother Bennett and the rest of the grandchildren, and we're each going to spend a few minutes sharing memories that we have of Pa, followed by a couple speeches from some of the older grandchildren. As the oldest grandchild, I was very blessed and spoiled throughout my whole life by my grandparents, especially from Pa. He was able to teach me how to play on sandwalks. He taught me about all of the construction vehicles, from backhoes to excavators, and he taught me how to ride on an ATV. I was also blessed to be able to travel with Pa to Europe and to New York City and to Atlanta. And while we have some great memories of playing pennies in the Alps, and going to the M&M store in Times Square, I think what I'm always going to remember most about Pa is being able to sit next to him in the office and recline in the recliner chair and just be. He was one of those men that you could just exist around with no pressure to talk, and you could just tell that he was always going to be gentle and listen for when you needed him or when you didn't. And I'll always remember sitting next to him in those chairs.
So wonderful.
My Pa story is not a story I really remember, but a story I've been told to my whole life. When I was like 2 or 3 years old, I was on a trolley with Mom and Pa in downtown Boise, and I had my favorite little stuffed animal with me. My childhood stuffed animal. And I dropped it out the window on accident. And Pa jumped up and said, "Stop the trolley!" and yelled at me to stop. And he jumped off the trolley and ran in the middle of a busy intersection to go save my little sweet stuffed animal. And I think it just shows how Pa would just always show up for me. That being probably one of the first times and many, many times since.
My name is Jillian, and this is my brother Connor, and we are Keith's children. What I know about Pa is how much he loved me, and he showed me by teasing me, and I remember him telling me so after he prayed with me at bedtime when I was younger. I love to bake pie, and he always loved to eat my pie. I am so blessed to have him as my Pa. I am so grateful for the time we spent together.
I love Pa. You really cared about me and showed that you loved me by coming to watch my baseball games.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Caden. This is my brother Wesley, Isaiah, and Gavin. We are sons of Ken Lenssen.
I'm Wesley. I'm so thankful for my grandpa and the time I got to spend with him and the life lessons I've learned from him. One thing that always stood out to me was how much he loved working, providing for his family. He always had a project going, and I was grateful to help him with things like remodeling a house, checking on the apartments, and replacing old pipes. These memories will always stay with me. But more than that, he cared deeply about being part of our lives and hearing about what we've been up to. He loved coming to school events, speeches, or soccer games and cheering us on. I know he was always praying for us, and I'm so grateful for the example he set for me.
Pa was loving and kind and set a good example for everybody. He always came to my events like basketball games or track races and cheered me on. He was an honorable and amazing grandpa who loved God.
I loved how Pa always, how he played games with me like hand and foot and many more games. I love Pa.
I'm Sydney, and this is Finn, and we are Kevin Lenssen's kids. I could stand up here and tell you about the furniture he built for my American Girl dolls. I could tell you about the phone calls and voicemails he would leave, telling me to drive safe on my way back to school. And those are both very true and special memories to me. But what stands out even more to me is the way that Pa lived. Pa showed us what it meant to work hard, and he also showed us what it meant to walk with God. He showed us in the way he treated people, in the way he worked, and in the way he loved his family. And I see his example in my dad. I see his example in my aunt and uncles. I see his example in my brother and in all my cousins. His legacy will not be just in the things he built, but in the faith and the character that he's passed down to all of us, and I am so grateful to call him my Pa.